Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another daily vlog. Sorry that I have this position and it is so loud here at the moment. First and foremost, my battery died for some reason on the Pocket 3. I don't know if I accidentally left it on um, for some reason. Usually, this battery never dies. And then my neighbor is currently having his I don't know what they're doing, but something is being pumped out in terms of water. So there's this humming noise. I hope I can kind of remove this humming noise with the denoise. But yeah, today is kind of about decluttering again, because yesterday my wife and I did the first steps of basically decluttering our lives. So we have a garden, and I love our garden, and a garden. We always wanted a garden because of our dogs. And while it is amazing, we realized, wow, that is so much work. Not only you have to mow the lawn, but you have to take care of hedges, take care of plants or whatever, and you have to water the garden, obviously, and that gets so expensive. The more plants you have there, obviously it gets more expensive, right? And or you have to use more water. So we were really overwhelmed the last few weeks with responsibilities, which usually doesn't kind of overwhelm us, but also with this money thing in mind. For those of you who just kind of tuned in to my daily vlogs, I am in the process or in a legal battle with a client who is not paying me. So since January, I had this huge invoice for a client, and this invoice would have covered about 2 months of my living costs. And obviously, that's a lot of money, and that client is not paying me. And therefore, I need to go to court because that client doesn't want to pay me. And now there's also the fear that that company of that client might be going down. I don't know. But unfortunately, in Germany, the law or the justice system is very slow. So I'm going to court with that client in November. Today is July. So it will take such a long time until all of this is resolved. So this is all on the top of our heads, so of my wife and I. And while usually all of this work, all of these responsibilities wouldn't kind of stress us out, but now having lost so much money because the client is not paying me, and at the moment there is this summer dip where there aren't a lot of jobs, so we are kind of stressed out about. I have savings, but these savings have been depleted quite a lot the last few months just because this one client isn't paying me. And so we were kind of stressed. So we thought, okay, what can we do to kind of reduce clutter in our home, not only to kind of relieve our minds from all of the responsibilities, but also kind of reduce costs. So, for example, the garden. We thought, oh, that's so much money with watering, with all of the stuff that we have to do. So, yesterday we thought, okay, let's take out some of the plants and kind of at least reduce the amount of work that we have to do, but also the amount of water that we need to just water those plants. So yesterday, the whole day we took out a couple of bushes and stuff, and I had to kind of wrangle them out of the ground because all of the roots obviously go down very fast. So I had the whole day yesterday to kind of take out bushes with all of the roots, and that was so exhausting, but it felt very good to kind of get rid of those plants and give them away to other people. But and with garden work, what I like about garden work, you actually see what you have been doing, right? So with editing, I sometimes work a week, and then I see this 20 seconds commercial, which is great, don't get me wrong, but with physical labor, you actually see what you're doing, and I kind of like that. So it was really hot and I slept like a baby. And but it was great to see all of the work that you have to do, and then you do it, and it's really hard, and then you see when it's done what you have been doing, and that's really good. So that was our first step today. I'm going to Muay Thai training now, but after that we are decluttering first our living room, in which I'm standing here right now. We already sold two of some cupboards, not because we needed to, but we noticed, and that's the part of decluttering, that all of these cupboards were full. I actually have a blender for juices, and my wife yesterday came to me, are we going to sell this or are you using this? And I was like, I had no idea I still have that blender. And that's what we noticed. We have way too much stuff. And this is basically due to the reason we moved into this house shortly before COVID, and because we have so much space, we obviously accumulated so much stuff. So we made three boxes, one to throw away, one to keep, and one to sell. And we're selling a bunch of stuff on, it's called Kleinanzeigen in Germany, but that's basically the equivalent to Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And we are selling a bunch of stuff and declutter. With the goal in mind to make our lives a little bit easier in terms of responsibilities, because responsibilities also obviously means cleaning your home, right? And we just noticed with so many items in your home, it is not only stressful on your mind because you have so much stuff, but obviously also in terms of cleaning. If you have a cupboard or desk or whatever it might be, you need to wipe those things down. That is might not be a very difficult task, but if you have multiple of those furnitures, there are multiple steps that you have to go through. And I just noticed that it's just so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary to have so many furnitures and so many places where you can forget stuff. So that is our way to kind of reduce the mental load in our brain. Also, if you have to vacuum, if you have so many stuff lying around, you have to first, then that's for my office. I have way too much stuff in my office. Every time I want to vacuum, I need to kind of clean up first the ground, obviously, or my desk, and then I can clean it up. If I would have had less items, it would be much easier and my mental load would be much more reduced. So our next steps is, as I said, first the garden, now the living room. Then we're going into our bedroom and then kind of declutter all of the stuff that we have there. For example, what the stuff where you dry towels. For example, I noticed we have so many towels. Why the fuck do we need like 20 sets of towels? And then you realize, oh, I didn't know that we have a green towel set. So stuff like that. We have way too many things. And then we kind of want to declutter those and reduce the amount of stuff we have there. And that is basically what we're doing now. And what I kind of want to take you on along. I mean, Gary W. with his story about minimalism, it really inspired me to kind of do the same thing. And yeah, that's what we have been doing and what we are doing, and where I just wanted to share that, and I hope maybe some of you will be inspired by that as well, because yeah, as I said, and we, not all of you, but my wife and I, we have too much stuff, and we will declutter. And yeah, I will keep you updated on how this goes, but I'm really excited just seeing yesterday that the garden space was empty. Yes, it's not as pretty anymore, but it was just a relief to see, oh, okay, that's at least one corner of the garden that I don't need to take care of anymore. And now seeing these boxes here, and also knowing that these two cupboards being sold tonight is just such a relief. And I'm looking forward to continue this journey and throwing away stuff, selling some stuff, and yeah, All right, that was my short little vlog about this decluttering story. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever decluttered your home, or are you thinking about it? Let me know how maybe you have some good tips yourself how you have been able to declutter not only the stuff that you own but also maybe how that helped you in your brain. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see the first video about decluttering, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe and help me to get to 1000 subscribers by the end of the year maybe by clicking the button somewhere up here. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.